man's name is Chica Ugaji. Where does he come from? Is from Onega. Onega comprised of the Oba people and the Ebema and the Ndoni people. But this very man, this particular man, is from Oba. Now they are calling him out for being an Igbo man that peddles drug. Why is he suddenly an Igbo man? But when the Oba people comes out to say they are not Igbo, the Yoruba people support them. They start clapping for them.
So the Igbos actually saved the Ijaw people from extinction. And that's why I tell every German that you should have a place in your house, a room, where you worship the Igbo man. Understand? So we gave up.
All right, this is high time that the minority ethnic groups within the South region should have a kind of rethink. This argument that is going on, this one is Ijaw, this one is Igbo, this one is Kalabari, this one is Ikwere. Is that the problem that is most bothering that region now? Is that the most important problem? I know some of you people are speaking up, especially from that Ijaw axis, that their oil, others are controlling their oil. Some people that don't have sense are busy dragging who is who, the identity. You can see that what these people planted in you people, especially the minority groups, is really working out with them. You are there fighting and they are there taking your oil, taking up your positions. Yet, if one of you commits a crime outside, you are tagged as Igbo. Why are they tagging Igbo? Why did they not mention this one Ijaw or this one? To see the kind of game they are playing on you people. I've said this thing before. The earlier all these minority groups have sense, the better for you guys. I'm not abusing anybody, but you better know the truth. And you know the truth. You see, Fubara the other day was speaking Igbo. I was like, is that not the Fubara of River State? Fubara is speaking complete and pure Igbo. You know, later I will show you some clip. That guy was saying that Fubara is an Ijaw from Bonny. Bonny people are speaking Igbo. Pure Igbo. So people should leave this argument. Let's watch this first. Let's start with this thing I'm going to show you now. You will hear and understand what the games that they are playing on you people, especially the minority groups. The change of names that they did in a River State and other places still affected individuals. Some individuals still change their names, but they are speaking the language that they are known for. You see the issue? Well, you better if we stop complicating issues and face the real enemy. You have real enemy standing in your front and you leave the enemy and be chasing nonsense, what I don't understand. Well, let's start with this first. We are coming.
All right, look up here. This is the picture of an 80-year-old man from River State. His name is Chica Ugaji. He was arrested by NDLA for maybe drug-related issue. A drug that has to do with cannabis sativa. That is the one that we call Igbo. So that was what he was arrested for. Now, you all understand that even in America, this drug has been legalized because of its medical benefits and all that. But then, somehow, it is not a legalized drug in Nigeria. Now, the Yoruba people are actually dragging. The point is that Yoruba people are dragging this man and trying to defame or denigrate the Igbo nation as usual. You all know very well that the Onega people, that is especially the Oba people, they deny that they are not Igbo. And whenever they do so, the Yoruba people support them. Massive support from the Yorubas. Not all of them deny that they are not Igbo anyway, but few of them do that regularly online in order to spite on the Igbo nation that they are not Igbo, that they came from Benin or whatsoever. Proof self, you never feel proof until tomorrow. You don't go feel proof. Now, they are now using the picture of this man to denigrate the Igbo nation that Igbos are involved in drugs. Now, when you go into the name, you see that the man's name is Chica Ugaji. Where does he come from? It's from Onega. Onega comprised of the Oba people and the Ebema and the Ndoni people. But this very man, this particular man, is from Oba. Now they are calling him out for being an Igbo man that peddles drug. Why is he suddenly an Igbo man? But when the Oba people comes out to say they are not Igbo, the Yoruba people support them. They start clapping for them. But now that it involves drug peddling or drug trafficking, suddenly he's not an Igbo man because he peddles drug. I thought they said there is no Igbo in Rivers State. Now that he has committed a crime, he's not an Igbo man. But when he hasn't committed a crime, they will say you're not an Igbo. So this is what they have been using to deceive all of us in Rivers State. Exactly how they have been deceiving the Ikweres. I am from Ikwere. And this is how they have been using to deceive us. Some of them will come cunningly, come and give our brothers contract in our own oil, in our own land. Because when you come to all our oil companies here, most Yoruba people are full. 80% of the workers, the staffers, they are all Yoruba people. Here in Niger Delta, here in the southeast, now Yoruba people are full. Now then they work for all those oil companies. So I start wondering how the Yoruba people will feel the day they start pushing Igbo people away from Lagos. And Igbo now say, okay, none of you will work in our land again. Because where their power lies on is in Igbo land. That is where they make all their money. That is where the Yoruba people make all their money in South and in Igbo land. All the oil companies and gas flowing stations. Now, Yoruba people, 80% of them works in those places. Now tell me, you're not chasing Igbo people away from Lagos State, forgetting that your people, your source of revenue, the companies that you boast of today, the billionaires you boast of today in Yoruba land, all of them have their sources from Igbo land. Their source of revenue, their source of income is from Igbo land, the South. But you keep on threatening, we go pursue Nakoma from Lagos. We'll pursue from Lagos State. In our own country. Some group of persons are now going to be chased away from their own country, from a former federal capital territory, and no leader is talking about it. We are watching you people. We are watching you people. Oh. Shade, now get all the oil companies. Now they in charge of all the oil companies. 80% of the workers in all the oil companies in the Niger Delta and in South and in Southeast, they are all occupied by Yoruba people. We are watching you people. So all of a sudden, the Oba people and the Ekpeye people are now Igbo. The moment they commit crime, they are Igbo. This is how they have been deceiving us. If you are an Ikwere man, you are Oba man, you are Ekpeye man. This is how they have been deceiving us. Look at the picture. They are now referring him to be Igbo man. Chica Ugaji is his name and he's from Oba land. They are referring him to Igbo. Yoruba people are pushing it now that it's an Igbo. This is why I told you. I said, anywhere you go in Nigeria, you will never deny your identity. You can't deny yourself. If you like, change your name. If you like, change everything about yourself. Change your language. The Yoruba people will still refer you as an Igbo man. They will tell you that you were once an Igbo man before all of you change your names. All of you were once Igbos. Forget them all. Then these are all corny Igbo people that change their names. They know. So you opening your mouth to say I'm not an Igbo man. They even know that you now money hungry. Now I make you they deny like this. So they know. Even though they want to accept you, they know say this one a hungry man. He want deny Igbo at all costs. Moku fit accept him. You're only fooling yourself. As an Ikwere man, I will never fool myself. I'm an Igbo man, anywhere. Police station, no. Ayo, I went to police station and I saw Yoruba people as the police heads and all that. Because of that, as an Ikwere man, I will now say, I'm not a Igbo man, I'm an Ikwere man. So that they will have pity on me and they will say, this man is in our agenda. He's following our agenda. Let us just help him. So that tomorrow, I will not believe in the denial that I'm denying. I will not say, after all, this denial actually helps me a lot. The other day, I went to a police station and I met Yoruba policemen. And the moment I said I'm not an Igbo man, and they simply just allowed me and just bailed me. In fact, they didn't even collect money from me. You see that this Igbo denial is so helpful? This is why most of our people feel that denying Igbo is more favorable to them. Because the Yoruba people, on the other hand, are trying to, they know why they are doing that. Because they do not want you, they want you to continue to deny who you are. Why they keep eating from our land. Why they keep collecting everything that we own as a natural resources. This is an aberration. This is uncalled for. All of us deny Igbo. Go to their places and they will tell you that you're an Igbo man. Have a business and let there be an issue in that business. They'll tell you, they'll put it to your face, you're an Igbo man. They know you're an Igbo man. Continue to deny. You are an Oba man. You are an Ekpeye man. Continue to deny. But you cannot change your blood one name, okay? You can't change your blood. You can't even chase away your shadow, let alone your blood. Your blood, it flows inside you now. It's the blood of an Igbo man you carry. The character, attitude of an Igbo man is what you're carrying. So there is no way you can change it. Continue to deny.
Shey una see the way una dey deceive una self. Time is going. You are there fighting a non-existential war with your brothers. You people have been brothers before the Civil War. It's after the Civil War that brotherliness changed because somebody changed your side and because of what disagreement that happened. And still, these people are not complaining. The Igbos are not complaining. Still, the riverine people are still complaining. What is the problem? The problem of Civil War was not caused by an Igbo man. It was still somebody from a minority or that area. What is the problem? I've told you guys that when immediately you step out of the southeast or former Biafra land, you are being referred as Igbo, including even the Bini people. They all call you Igbo people. They don't know the difference. This one you are saying you are from here, you are from here. They don't know the difference. When jungle mature, you are a target. You better know these things and use it as a criteria to rate them. And that is how they know who you are. Well, the next one I'm going to show you is coming from Obinna. Yes, Obinna is his name. The guy has been doing well. Even this guy I still showed you has been exceptionally good. Doing wonderfully well in bringing the Igbo nation together. He too is from Ikwere. And he is not part of the people that accept that narrative of, the changing of identity that happened after the war. Yes, what you are is what you are. You are made of what is inside you, not what somebody told you or what somebody is trying to create from you because of your stomach or because of another thing. That's one thing the Igbo people don't do. In whichever condition, Igbo man no go take that kind of thing, they deny himself. It's not possible. Rather, he pass through everything and get to where he wants to go. Yes, even the Ijo language. The other day I was listening to Ijo. I was hearing some things that they are saying. Even this one I'm going to show you. When Obinna said something, he said, "Gini boy," or "Gini talk" in Ijo language. You see that they just say, if an Igbo man listening well, you understand what they are saying. So what are you fighting for? For what? Let's hear what Obinna is saying between the Jaws and the Igbos. There is this connection. In fact, I wouldn't like to see all this dragging on air, all this dragging between these minorities, the minorities and the Igbos. I don't want to see it. Some of these languages you speak are dialect of Igbo. They are all dialects. The Igbo man don't even know the difference. Dialects are different. Sometimes the other dialect you will hear about some of the things that they drop, you may not understand it. That is dialect. Well, let's watch Obinna.
Now, The only two things the Ijaw people are boasting of around the Igbos, two things they always boast of. One, that they are the oldest tribe. That's the one of the things they boast of in their entire life and existence. That they are the oldest tribe in Nigeria. They are the oldest tribe. Nobody's arguing with you. Hmm? Take and chop, carry and chop. You are the oldest tribe. Oldest tribe where they struggle to survive. Minority upon minority, according to Wike. Let me talk not just minority, but minority upon minority. Then the second one they boast of is that we bought your fathers as slaves. We bought your ancestors as slaves. Even when it was not true. All of them are even those the ones in River State who are claiming a job, who the job people are telling that they bought them, are also telling we the Igbos, those in the hinterland, and those of us in River State that they bought our fathers as slaves. Understand? Okay. Some say they adopted them. That they bought them as slaves and adopted them into the Ijaw culture. I didn't argue with you. You understand? But men looking at statistics now, you wonder you able to tell who bought who as slaves. You're able to tell who is living as slaves. Understand? When we keep statistics together, we know who actually is a slave and who was bought. Understand? In an attempt to deny the people called Eastern Ijaw in River State, who have 80% of them of Igbo ancestry, in an attempt to deny them that ancestral knowledge, they claim that they are slaves that were adopted. I will also go by that adoption story anyway. I will take it. Understand? Just like Asari Dokubo, who will tell you that his father was a slave merchant, was a slave trader, Diabali. Understand? He's an Igbo man, Mabam, his great grandfather or something like that. Understand? He said his father was not brought. He lived here and was assimilated. Ehen. And today he's a king. And Amayanabo, according to them, or Amayanato. So he's a king in Calabari, heading over the same people who claim that they bought. And he's even, and funny enough, he's the voice of Ijaw people. He's the voice of IYC, Ijaw Youth Congress. He's the voice of Ijaw people. If you remove Asari Dokubo from Ijaw is meaningless. Understand? But his ancestors were Igbos who were indigenously in that community, occupying that community. But now he has been assimilated. His names and every other thing has changed. But these people claim they bought him. Understand? Eh. Most of the people who were into slave trade in the coast, they are all Igbos. They bought Igbos, sold Igbos to Igbos. Understand? We know how this assimilation and whatever happened during the after the war, civil war, and the likes of them, the boundary adjustments. But they claim they are adopted. Let me buy to that adoption. When you talk about adoption, you adopt just like a man who is childless. He can agree with his wife to go and adopt a child because of what they are childless, so that his generation will remain. Understand? His lineage will not be forgotten like that. So they will go to an orphanage to adopt, or maybe through surrogacy or something like that. So the Jaws who claim they adopted the Igbos, let's agree, yes, that you adopted them because you are about to go extinct. The Igbos are actually the ones that saved the Ijaws from going extinct. You understand? Without the Igbos, Ijaw would have gone extinct. That's why you see the people they call Eastern Ijaw in River States, Krika, Kalabari, Opopo, Boni, 80% of them have Igbo ancestry. That's why you see them bearing Igbo names, bearing Ijaw names, but they are speaking Igbo. Go to Opopo, go to even your current governor, Mrs. Fubara, Mr. Fubara, Siminalayi Fubara. Understand? Speaks Ndoki dialect very, very, very well. You go to Popo, Bonita, they speak Ndoki dialects. Go to Popo, Queenstown, and the rest of them, they speak Ndoki dialects. But they all bear journeys, though most of them still maintain their Igbo names. Most families who also own Opopo, you understand? They still maintain their ancient Igbo names. Uh-huh. but though the Jaw names are more popular. So the Igbos actually saved the Jaw people from extinction. And that's why I tell every German that you should have a place in your house, a room, where you worship the Igbo man. Understand? So we gave our people up for adoption to save you from extinction. And today you come back to talk to us anyhow. You speak to us anyhow. We gave you our people, Father, you adopted them. Say, take, so that you won't go, because we are so cheerful. Ndị Igbo ime na I will I will ezigbo obi. Understand? We are cheerful givers. We are cheerful givers. So we gave you. And today, you are claiming Ijo in River State because of what? The Igbos that you adopted. That's the main reason you can open your mouth. Even when you go to Bayelsa, Nembe, and the likes of them, most of them there have Igbo ancestry. Yenegua, most of them have Igbo ancestry. Go and make a research. Most of them have Igbo ancestry. So that means if you check the number of Ijos, no wonder we can call them minority upon minority. If you check, that means if you check their number, I'm not sure they're up to 100. But just to have that name, Ijo, as a tribe in Nigeria, the Igbos were assimilated. Most Igbos were assimilated to give them that number. Ijo no reach 100. The real Ijo for Nigeria here no reach 100. They no reach. The real Ijos. That's why if you see many of them, even in Bayelsa, they have different foreign names. Because they were like, okay, we have adopted you. Or let's just give you names. You take Jamaica. You take Cotonou. You take government. You take car. That's their surname. You take fish. You take Hakot. You take car. You take this one. You take Henneken. That's the kind of names you found in Bayelsa. Henneken. Government. Car. Motor car. Jamaica. You understand? So we saved them from extinction. That's just the conclusion. We saved the Jaw people from extinction. Understand? And we are happy. Look at Asari Dokubo. It's an Igbo man by ancestry. He's ruling over them. Well, we are not bothered. Carry on or carry go. But just know that we saved you people from extinction. The Igbos saved the Jaws from extinction. Without the Igbos, the Jaw would have gone extinct. They would have been forgotten. Nothing would have been written about them. Just the way you don't hear about most tribes in Nigeria who are, they call them minority. You don't really hear about them. That's how Ijo would have been. But it took the help of the Igbos to save Ijo people from extinction. Tomorrow they will come and claim they bought her. You didn't buy any slave. Igbos were both the dealers of slaves and the buyers of slaves. Both the sellers and so you didn't buy. It was the one you now successfully, through government power, and you successfully you adopted them, you assimilated them. Now they have saved you from extinction. How many real Ijo person has a? They should, one thing about it, they don't tell you the truth. They don't tell. The only person that speaks truth when he's angry is Asari Dokubo. He will tell you the truth. Sometimes his truth is conflicting. Tomorrow he will claim it's from Ikore. Tomorrow he will claim it's from Abam. Tomorrow he will claim it's from Obolo. Tomorrow he will claim it's from Ohafia. You understand? But when he's angry, he's the only one that tells them the truth. I think he's the only historian. If you go and check, go and ask those your kings, and most of the ruling houses, this acclaimed Eastern Ijo, most of them have Igbo ancestry and ancestry from different tribes, Ibibio, Andoni, and the rest. Those people are not Ijo. You understand? If there should be any real Ijo person at all, their stool, occupying any stool, any ancestral stool or traditional stool in River State, I'm not sure they are more than 2. I'm not sure they are more than 2. But they have all been assimilated just to adopt they all adopted that name Ijo. If there should be any real Ijo person occupying any stool in River State, go and fault me. Any real Ijo person that can trace their ancestry and know that this their ancestor is an Ijo person, they are not more than 2. If at all there is 1. Most people occupying the stool in all this Calabari or Creek, and they are not, ancestrally, they are not Ijo. Fault me. Ancestrally, they are not Ijo. They can be bearing Ijo names now. You may have changed the whole town to Ijo names. You understand? Because that's the only argument they have. When you want to argue with them, they'll say, what is the meaning of Opoama? What is the meaning of Okolama? What is the meaning of Akpama? What is the meaning of Akpamo? What is the meaning of Mprama? What is the meaning of Mpremo? Amama, Amama, Amarama, Amaka? That's the only thing they know. That is the only argument they have. Because they have successfully changed those names. You understand? But them, they know, them themselves, they know ancestrally where they come from. We are not forcing you. Nobody is forcing you. Have you seen anybody forcing you must be Igbo? No, nobody is forcing you. But we are only here to expose and tell you history. I go to history. I go to Oshade. You won't beat us. You only shout. But that is the truth. You know yourself. The real Ijos, those who they call real Ijos, in their minority upon minority, are only found in Bayelsa. And even in that same Bayelsa, most of them claiming Ijo are not Ijos by ancestry. But you have assimilated them. Good and fine. Nobody is dragging with you. Nobody is arguing with you. Nobody is coming to fight you. Nobody is forcing you. But we are exposing and telling you the history that you are trying to hide. We were on our own. You came and called us slaves. Say, okay, calm down. Let's download history for you now. Because we are quiet. You thought these people that you are trying to annihilate, you are trying to wipe them out. They suddenly became great and they are prospering. And you think that, okay, because you marginalized our ancestors and our parents and you made them keep quiet, you think that, okay, you have won the war. So you think you can suppress us. And no. You don't understand the Igbo spirit. You know they suppress Igbo spirits. You know they put Igbo man for bottle cock him. What I go? You know they suppress Igbo man. You can't put it in a bottle. It will blow. It will burst. You don't understand the Igbo spirit. The Igbo man may be gentle with you for just a short time. The day go open. I've seen people come to my day and they tell me, say, let me tell you, my ancestors are Igbo. We know my ancestors are Igbo, but there's no problem. So why are you not arguing? Why are you coming online and you are trying to make us liars? You know that your ancestors are from here. At least admit it. Nobody will come. Nobody is coming to come and take over your land or take over. Nobody. See, there's something I found out. The Igbos made so many tribes. Ancestrally, made so many tribes. Nobody is coming to come and drag this thing with you. You yourself, you know. Most of them are no longer saying anything on social media because they have gone to find out the truth. They have gone. At least I keep using Asari Tokumbo as an example. He will tell you the truth. Understand? Even though they ekwugheri sometimes. Maybe suffering from dementia. So when he's angry, he speaks the truth. Go and meet him. Now your king, he's an Igbo man by ancestry. He's a historian. He will tell you the truth. Just provoke him. He will tell you. Okwe A today, Okwe B tomorrow, Okwe C. That's the only problem I have with him. Understand? He's not straightforward. He's not truthful. He's not a sincere person. He's not a man of integrity. He has double mouth. The betrayer. So we don't care. We don't care all those things. What we do on social media is just to teach you people. That thing that the Nigerian government don't want to teach you people. We teach you. We expose those truths. Why are you angry when we are telling you about yourself? Don't worry about us. Don't worry. We were on our own. You can't find us trouble. They call us name. They curse us. They do propaganda. Now we don't come out now. They cry. We won't stop. Till your word ends. We will not go stop. We are not forcing any of you to become Igbo, to become Biafra. Nobody is forcing you. Those who will willingly join, we join. Igbo man know they find trouble. But when you find trouble come, we will tell you, say, we hold and stand. What I go? But we're not going to even first throw the first punch, but we hold and stand. You can't wipe an Igbo race. You can't wipe Igbo man. What I go? Understand? If you can empty an ocean with a cup, that's the possibility that you can destroy the Igbo people. If you can empty an ocean with a cup, or even with buckets, it means you can destroy the Igbo man, the Igbo nation. That's just the only remedy. Understand? But as long as we are still alive, to the last Igbo man, we'll keep telling you the truth. And the truth will keep making you angry. You come under the comment section. You will see, you keep insulting. The only thing you know is just slave. What do they call that thing? Periapo. Namoshibri. That's the only thing people know. Namoshibri. If I be designer, but I don't go use that thing design clothes. Namoshibri. Now people go still buy them. Understand? Periapo. That's the only thing people know. Nothing again. Or what you won't pass it. Nothing. Shishi. So Igbo people saved you from extinction. So you should be grateful. Thank God that the Igbo man saved you from it. Saved your ancestors. At least by now you won't have anything called a job. You won't have anything called a job. You wouldn't have anything called a job. And I keep maintaining my style. There's no Ijo in Rivers State. There's no Ijo. You might have adopted, a lot of people might have adopted that name. But there's no Ijo man. No real Ijo man in Rivers State. Abacha created Bayelsa State for you people. Even in that Bayelsa, you are a minority upon minority. That's why I say, if you want to check, the real Ijo people may not be up to 100. Ijo is like a franchise. Come and buy that franchise. Come into the company. Come and take the name. They're giving us something. What a now umbrella Ijo. You come, you are Ijo. You are, or as long as you are living around the coast, you have a river, you can become Ijo. You have oil and gas, you become Ijo. Because only them won't get oil and gas. Only them be the Niger Delta. That's the notion they want to pass. Only them be Niger Delta. Only them won't get oil and gas. We saved you from extinction. You should be grateful. You should be happy. You are our servants. You understand? You call yourself the oldest tribe. Oldest tribe where they struggle to survive. How now? How? That's why they say anywhere you can't go in this way, if you can't see an Igbo man, don't. But you say not the Igbo people now where they outside the country now go through slavery or anything. No. That is. It shows you now we would pass you now. You understand? Now we get the word. I know how with the word. I know how. What I go? So when we are talking, you know the way you talk. Don't come and make noise. Hey, what I go? Yeah. Yagazie. Igbo kwenu, Igbo amaka.
Yes, just like Obinna have said that some of them DM, telling him that they know that their ancestors are Igbo. So if you know these things, why are you arguing? So it means that the same confusion that they brought to your forefathers, is still affecting you today. Because if you watch out today, some people, they will hide their native name. They will be answering the English name. Those in the civil service, public service, to avoid this kind of, looking at them and that they are Igbo. Some of them do it. I hope you know. And actually, in the civil service, as allegedly said, some people, that if they see some name, they will want you to answer another name. They will deny you that position or the thing you are looking for. They will want you to answer another name. They are saying it. I've heard people say it, though it has not happened to me, but I've heard people say such thing so that you can get to a position. Well, that is the situation we find ourselves. And when we tell you that if Igbos wake up one day and say they want to take advantage of their position, you see, this one, where would they talk self now small thing? There is nowhere, I keep saying this thing, and people are saying it, nowhere in the whole world after the indigenous, now Igbo people will be the second. in population. Anywhere. So how do you think that if we want to use our population, that we cannot use it to our own advantage? Eh? If you want to use it, we use it to our own advantage, and you see really that Igbos have that, that power. But it's just that we are not after dominating anybody. We are like live and let live. Hustle, let's hustle together. That is the Igbo man spirit. Igbo man is thinking of other things. People are there thinking of who to dominate and who not to dominate. I will show you what happened in River State NYSC camp. You will see when they called Yoruba, when they called Hausa, then you even know how the number of people that goes to school. The population of Nigerians that go to school. I am sure if you go to Kano, do the same thing, Igbos will be higher in number. Even if you go to Sokoto, it will be the same thing. Go to Lagos, the same thing. So, make una stop this argument. Let me show you something that will excite you as an Igbo person. If you want to vex as non-Igbo, that one is your business.
Omo, when they ask you which tribe in Nigeria is most intelligent and the tribe where they go school pass, this video answered everything. This place now na NYSC camp in River State. They were doing one competition and they were calling tribe by tribe to come and represent their people. Omo, when they call Igbo people, the number of people will come out will shock you. Then first of all, call Hausa people to come and represent their people, and they come in their numbers. They also call Yoruba people to come and represent their people too, and they also come with their own numbers. But when they call Igbo people to come and represent their people, almost everywhere was shut down. I will allow you to first of all watch the Hausa people as they represent their people. Just watch the video to the end. I'm coming back. Kudos to the Hausa people with their numbers. They represent well. Now wait, without wasting too much of your time, watch the Yoruba tribe. I'm coming back. Kudos to the Yoruba people with their own numbers too. They represent well. Now wait and watch the Igbo tribe, the biggest tribe in Nigeria with the biggest number. Omo, the crowd will shock you. Just watch the video. I'm coming back. Wow, this is so massive. Congratulations to all of them. They tried very well, but the Igbos tried pass. They always represent anywhere they go. Do well to share this video so that others can see.
So viewers, I thank you for coming along with me. Please, if you have not subscribed to YangaLife channel, click on the subscription button, share this video, let others watch, and drop your comment if you have anything you want to tell us. If you don't have, no issues. But till I come your way next time, I say bye.